Hello guys, it's Dr. PQ again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be discussing about something very important basically, which is of course all Jamba, like all school leavers are anticipating, which is of course the forthcoming Jamb registration and examination. So today we're going to be looking at quite a lot of things. A lot of things are happening currently in the universities after the releasing admission list, University of Lagos, University of Ibadan, and many more. So today, basically, I'm not going to be talking about those universities, but now I'm going to be talking about the JAM process itself. So I would say the title of this section is just going to be navigating the JAM registration process. So I'll be giving all the tips and strategies on easy admission success, or let me say an easy admission process basically. So we all know that before you can ever think of gaining admission, or before you can even think of securing admission to a university, the first thing you need to take note or take cognizance of is taking the JAMB examination. And of course, not just taking the JAMB examination, passing it. And when you now pass it, it's not just about just passing it, you fulfilling the requirements and specifications of these universities. So today we are going to be looking at about 10 tips that is going to assist us and guide us all through, I mean all JAM aspirants, guide us all through this year's JAM registration and make us have an easy, stress-free, and much more reliable registration. So I'll be starting with the first point, which is starting the registration process early. Starting the registration process early. This is a very important point. I can't emphasize more on this. Like it's just something you need to do. Some of us students we look at we want to always wait till the 9 minutes till before we actually register for our registration. Not just jam registration, every other thing. We feel that okay, if I register on time, I might be scheduled for exam on time. Even though it's going to be so, but you don't need to think of that as a student. You should be always prepared as a student. So start the registration process early in order to avoid like last minute stress and potential technical issues. These are very important things you should do. So when you start the registration process early, I believe it makes it easy for you and it enables you to get all documents and everything needed, which is going to lead into the second point. So the second point which we're going to be looking at is gathering of all necessary documents and information before beginning the registration process. This is one important thing you need to do. As a student that is aspiring to write JAM or register for JAM, you need to gather the necessary information. You need to know which of the documents are correct or are intact so as to avoid issues at the point of registration or even after registration. This is one thing most students don't pay attention to, and which at the end of the day backfires and costs them admissions at the end of the day. Yes, I've seen students that have been they were cost their admission due to not having correct documents or not having valid documents. So this is something you need to take note as a JAMB student. The third point I'm going to be looking at is reading information and instructions as provided by JAMB itself. Most students just go into the JAMB registration without having any knowledge about okay, what instructions does this year JAMB goes with, or what are the peculiar, what are the standard rules drop down. If you notice, if you've been following our page at Dr. PQ Tech Services on Facebook, you will see I've been posting quite a lot of content as required as regards JAMB registration and this process and the things you need to take note. For those who are not like don't know about our Facebook page, you can always connect to us on Facebook via Dr. PQ Tech Services where we drop up to date information. And you can also catch us up on Instagram for those who are using Instagram at PQ Consult. So moving on, so gathering of information is documents is something that is very important and we should not joke with. So the third point I'm going to be looking at, or let me say the fourth point basically is choosing a reliable and trustworthy registration center. This is something I cannot overemphasize on. This is something I cannot overemphasize on. It's one thing for you to want to register in a particular place. It's another thing for you to fall into the right hands of a trustworthy center. So a lot of students will tell me during the last chance, say the center is having issues with the systems, they are not having enough hands, so they're not having capable hands to do all this work for them. Now you need to take content of all these things as they are also prerequisites to having a stress-free and easy JAM registration. We are the topic retail consult, but we are also here to provide a seamless and stress-free registration for all our students. Trust me, when I say seamless and stress free, I know what I'm saying. You can ask from our previous students, and they can tell you that every services we produce or provided for them is actually top notch and stress free. So if you want to be part of our registration process this year, you can always hit up the WhatsApp description button in the description title and the description button below to get into my DM, and we can have a conversation from there. Trust me, getting admission it's not easy. It's not something that is difficult, and at the same time, it's not something that is easy. It all depends on the way and procedure you go around it. So the fifth point I'll be looking at is consider seeking guidance from a mentor. This is something that is very, very, very important, and I'm going to emphasize on this point. Now, when I say consider choosing a guidance, or let me say a mentor, or let me say, okay, basically, what I'm just trying to refer to is someone who is a specialist in this field. Now, you all know me, I am Dr. PQ, and I'm an educational consultant and a specialist at that. So when it comes to things like this, it's usually our job. It's usually what we were made for. So you need guidance, you need counseling, you need orientations class with regards all this job registration and how to go about these processes. You know, everything starts from day one. And once you get it wrong from the day one, trust me, you're already on the verge of jeopardizing your chances of gaining admission. So these are very, very important things you need to look into, which is why this video was made for all Jambites to watch, learn, and go through. And before I continue, I'm going to implore you to try to like, subscribe, and comment at the beginning of this video. Or if you've not done that, do that before the end of this video. And don't forget to share to your loved ones as you they could also guarantee and gain they could also gain from this lovely webinar I'm holding for you guys. So choosing a guidance or mentor is something that is very, very important. And trust me, every student that registers through us is automatically going to get a free consultation and free guidance through their admission. Trust me, you don't want to miss this sweet opportunity. And another thing I should chip in is the fact that we are going to be holding a free 1 month tutorial for all students that register with us. And even though you don't register with us, you are still going to get the 1 month free tutorial from Dr. PQ Tech Consult. So we have capable tutors, we have very good sections, live sections, online. Trust me, it's going to be the best. You don't want to miss it. Another point you should take note of is practice time management and set aside dedicated time to complete registration process. Do not procrastinate. Do not procrastinate. This is one thing that is very, very important. Set your priorities and set them right, and ensure that you do all these things as soon as possible. Now, another important thing you should do is don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. There are resources available for you to assist you with the registration process, and which is one of the reasons I say you could always visit our Facebook page for information. You need help as regard anything. Hit us up on WhatsApp, and we'll be very much available to respond to your questions. So all these are things um you should not joke with as a student preparing for JAM. So another thing is stay organized and keep track of important deadlines and requirements. As a JAM by preparing for an exam, you should be able to know what time you are starting exams, what time you are meant to reprint. Which I said you don't need to have any problem once you are registered with us or once you follow our Facebook page, you get up to date information as regards all these things. Another point is you should always try as much as possible to take breaks and stay calm throughout the process. Your time would ensure it would be sufficient and ensure you do everything as soon as possible. Now, the last but let me say the least, or not the least, is have patience and keep a positive attitude. The examination process can be very, very overwhelming. At times, there might not be network and signal might be gone and all. But with the right mindset and approach, trust me, you can always scale through basically everything you need to scale through. So, all these things are important. Is all the points I've listed are things you need to take note of as regards JAM registration and process. Trust me, a new video will be coming up on how can you study effectively for the upcoming JAM exams. How can you study effectively for the upcoming JAM exam? You get them on our YouTube videos here. And don't forget to always like, subscribe, comment, and share to your loved ones. The exam registration process is starting in some days, and what the date scheduled for the registration to begin is January 14th. So you don't want to miss out. And you know, one of the most important things you need to do is to generate your profile code, as that's one of the criteria that would set you up for registering for JAM. And if you're having issues with generating a profile code, you can always visit us at the topic oriented service on our Facebook page, or send me a WhatsApp message via the description below, and we'll be very happy and glad to respond to your messages. There's a group chat for all our students that are preparing for this jam, where to get adequate information and up-to-date information. So trust me, you don't want to miss out of all this offer. And don't forget, our jam registration starts next week, January 14th. Our jam registration starts January 14th. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a free 1 week and free 1 month jam registration, jam tutorial class, and it contains orientation based on the tutors. And I personally will be taking you as one of the best tutors you can ever look out for. So trust me, you don't want to miss out of this opportunity. This is basically all I have to say as regards the JAM registration process. I remain your number one educational specialist and consultant, the PQ. And don't forget to like, watch, and subscribe to this your YouTube channel. And also follow us on our Facebook page and Instagram page. Thank you very much. Stay safe and get ready for the process.